Action.
Right, good afternoon everybody. I know there is a lot of concern over the coronavirus and hence the reason for this afternoon to speak to you all about it. I know you all have concerns about your income and the workload that is going to happen over the next few weeks. So we are here now to try and explain what we're going to do to help you, as well as we expect you to be helping the company as well. The COVID-19 outbreak is quite serious, as we're all well aware, and we need to reduce unnecessary contact between us and you here at the office as well, to protect the staff that work within. So that's the idea of this video this afternoon, to explain what we're doing and also about the current situation here. So moving on to contact with the office, we would prefer, if you need to make contact, do this to the controller by telephone only. Please restrict your movements to the office, and if you do need to come to the office, please make sure that you avoid the control room, because the last thing we need is our controller to be in off as well. So please avoid the control room. If you need to speak to management or you want to ask questions, again, please try to do this by telephone. But if you need to come and see us, please let us know in advance that you're doing so, and then we will meet you in a office allocated for a meeting with whoever you wish to speak to. We've put in a new temporary policy, which Greg has done some little posters for your vehicles for you. We will be putting this on Facebook to make people aware of it as well. And this is an advisory notice and done at driver's discretion as well. But what we are advising is that we only have 2 customers in the vehicle at any given time, and we're asking those customers to sit in the rear of your vehicle. But please be sensible over this. If you turn up and there is a mother and 2 children, please don't send them away or make the child walk on their own. Be sensible about how you do this. We're also asking the customers to pay by contactless cards where possible, which alleviate any contact with money. And again, this is all at discretionary between yourselves. So if you're passing the office, they're all in the reception. Pick up one of the little leaflets to put in your car and stick it on your dashboard or your window so customers know. And as I said, we're doing our best to make sure that we get it out there by putting it all over Facebook. Moving on now to the more important parts, I suppose, and that is balancing the needs of our business with your business, and that with the needs of the drivers and the staff that work here. And this must be a team effort between all of us, and we ask that you bear with us as much as we're going to bear with you. There is sacrifices going on within the office at the moment. We have meetings with the staff this far in the week, and we have cut down the hours of the staff here in order to try and maintain the business and the financial side of the business here to secure your jobs, not just for now, but for in the future when the virus is all finished and done with. So we ask that drivers act with common sense and common good as well, and work as a team with us and their work colleagues out there on the road. We know you're self-employed, so are we. We all need to make a living, and we ask you to adhere to the following little things that we're putting in place. First of all, loads of the drivers are coming to us saying we wish to take a holiday, and we can understand that, and we have to limit that holiday because we can't have everybody on holiday. We have contractual rights with contractors, and we must fulfill those, and so must you. So we are limited in the holidays to a maximum of 2 weeks at a time, and this will be done on a discretionary basis. And you need to speak to Hari or David when you require those holidays, and they will tell you if it's possible to do that straight away. We can only have a limited number of drivers. We still have to give a service, and that is the first important part as well, because we still need to have our business and you still need to have a job at the end of the coronavirus. So it will all be done on a first come, first served basis, and it will still work on the £20 a week whilst you're on holiday, but a maximum of 2 weeks. Just to explain the situation with your licensing authorities, first of all with Ipswich, as I'm sure some of you may be aware, the Ipswich Council offices are actually closed to the public, which includes yourselves. So therefore, any licensing issues that you have, you must telephone or email. If you have plate renewals coming up, or you need to do your 6 monthly tests, do them as you would in any other time. And any paperwork that needs to be sent to the council must be done via the internet on the online system. If you need help with that, then please speak to either myself or Greg, and we will assist you to do that. If you need to collect new plates, again, this will be arranged with the council over the telephone, and they will agree to leave them somewhere for you or meet you in the council car park. With regards to Woodbridge, there is no definitive answer from Woodbridge at the moment. They are having their meeting this afternoon to discuss how they will move forward, and as soon as we know that, we will let you know. But we have an idea it will be much the same as Ipswich, where everything should be done by telephone or online. So again, keep in contact with us and we will keep letting you know what's going on. Office pickups carry on as normal, no difference to any other time, but obviously expect a drop in trade because slowly and gradually all the restaurants and all the pubs and the nightclubs are closing their doors. So obviously trade from the office will be lower than it has been. We move on now to obviously the most concerning part, and that is your income. And as much as possible, we are working hard in the office to make sure that we keep the work flowing. Already today, we have myself and Nathan have been on the telephone and on email to all account customers, assuring them that we are still here, that we are still operating as normal as much as possible. And that we have also instructed them about the policy of 2 passengers in the vehicle as well, where possible. Again, use your discretion. Do not turn away account customers if there is more than 2, because remember, at the end of the day, we need to keep these customers flowing. We are also again doing lots on the Facebook, and there are adverts in the newspaper advising customers likewise. As a company, we have to make sure that we can continue in business, and we are doing this by making cuts here. We're also doing it by making cuts on the staff hours to save money, to keep us going as long as we can. And we also realise that, of course, you need to have some assistance as self-employed drivers. So from next week, there will be a rent reduction for every full-time driver. This will be done on a basis that you work a minimum of 4 hours per day over a 5-day period. If that isn't going to be the case, the reduction will not be given to the drivers that do not assist the business, and that's the reason this stipulation has been put in. But there will be a £25 discount for every full-time driver. With the part-time drivers, we feel that you should also have a discount, but not so much, because most part-time drivers will be employed somewhere else and having an income coming in. But we do appreciate the fact that you are the bones of this company in normal times, at weekends, when we're running properly. So therefore, we will be giving you a £10 discount per week. Again, that will be based on you doing a minimum of 2 days over the weekend. For the rental drivers that rent vehicles from the company, we will give a further reduction of £50 a week for each driver. Staying with all of that, we will now not be doing, because of the social contact, we will not be doing the car checks up at Nacton. The only time you need to go there is if you need to go up there for car repairs. So no need to take your vehicle on a weekly check as of this coming Monday. I know that some of you now will be saying, oh bloody hell, we're only getting £25 off our rent. But please be sensible, be wise, and remember that it's not £25 from the company, it's for every driver. So the 80 drivers times £25 accumulates to a lot of money at the end of the week, plus the 10, plus the 50 as well. So we're doing as much as we can to support you as drivers, and we expect the same in return from yourselves. Please, the rental drivers, because you're not having your vehicle checks now, please make sure that you keep your vehicle checks yourself. Make sure you're checking your tyres, your oil levels and your lights. Make sure your vehicle is clean, and that goes for everybody. even more so at this time, make sure you can, if you can get hold of any sanitizing, make sure you clean your handles, etc., etc. We will review the situation in 2 weeks, and if need be, and we can do so, we will reduce the rents again if we have to, and we will do this in 2 weeks' time or sooner if the case proves to be the case. Rent arrangements, as you know by this week's newsletter, invoices will be sent to you by email, so please make sure, if you haven't given us your email, you do so. For Ipswich, make sure it's given to either myself or Greg, and if you're a Woodbridge driver, make sure that you give that to David. Likewise, with your payments, make sure you pay your bank transfer over and by the latest midnight on a Tuesday, and make sure you have the correct bank details. If you're Ipswich, it needs to be our bank details, and if it's Woodbridge, you need to have David's bank details. And likewise for payments towards yourselves, make sure that we have your bank details if you're Ipswich to myself or Hari, so that we can pay you, or if David has to pay you, make sure David has your bank details. So all I can say is good luck. Let's hope that everything goes well and this coronavirus finishes as quick as possible. So once again, thank you all for your support. Keep up the support. And if you've got any problems, speak to one of us.
Questions?
One more thing.
Any questions underneath the video?
Any questions, put them underneath the video and we will answer them for you, okay? Thank you very much, guys.